This is Megan O'Connor from Megs Motorcycle Journeys here on YouTube. And you're going to get to meet her in just a few minutes. And you're going to see how I took her from just about beginner level on this Sportster to riding a 900-pound motorcycle with the ease of a child's toy.
Better than about
95%
of the guys that come to my class.
As you see, size and strength has no bearing on a rider's ability. It's all technique. You don't have to lower your motorcycle. You just have to really learn how to ride it using the 3 techniques I teach: head and eyes, the friction zone, and a little bit of pressure on the rear brake. It only took this young lady about an hour and a half to master these techniques and these skills. 3. Hey, Motorman here, and I am here with Megan O'Connor. She's from Maryland, and there's a very interesting story. She's got a new YouTube channel called
Meg's Motorcycle Journey.
Meg's Motorcycle Journey. That's a nice name. And you might not know this, but women are the only segment really growing in motorcycling. But anyway, she gives me a call and she says, I've been watching some of your videos on YouTube, and I got to come down there and train with you because I don't want to look like a doofus on my channel. I said, well, of course. I said, when are you going to come down? She says, this weekend. I said, but you're up there in Maryland. There's a blizzard coming. She says, I don't care. To train with the Motorman, I will ride through that blizzard. I'll put snow chains on my motorcycle and I'll even go uphill both ways, right?
Right, that's right, Jerry.
And I said, wait a minute, take your car. And when you get down here, I just got a new motorcycle, a training motorcycle. I'll let you use that. Tell the folks what you want to do with your channel.
You know, I want to explore the country on my bike, and I want to improve my riding skills, and I want an outlet for that part of my personality where I get to just get out there and ride.
All right, and we're going to do exactly that today. And we're going to start with a little one-on-one lesson, probably 2 or 3 hours, and then tomorrow she's going to go through the regular class. So pay attention. And here's the demonstration. Okay. Ride it like you rented it. All right, she's steering through without leaning and dipping the motorcycle. Very common. And more speed. You got to lean the bike. Okay. You see how you jerked that bike up that one time?
Yeah.
That's what I want through every one of them.
Okay.
That's getting that bike dipping and turning. So the head and eyes are up, and you're really turning those bars fast, and then you're looking way ahead.
Okay. Pretty damn good. I hope it wasn't dumb luck. We'll find out if she could do it twice in a row. It's not dumb luck. Serious tip. Give me a serious tip. Snap the head. Over here. So right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, she's up probably about a 7 or 8. Much better than average. How are you feeling so far? Really great, actually. I haven't ridden a Sportster in a while. I did have a Sportster before I had my Lowrider S, so just getting used to this bike, but I am really surprised at how well I'm doing with the tips you guys are giving me. I did not think that I could easily do U-turns in 24 feet.
Well, you know, with the low rider, it has a very similar riding position as far as your legs and where your butt is sitting on the bike. What it doesn't have is the nice pullback risers that this bike motorcycle has. There's a lot of pullback, which is why I suggested you get mini apes,
yeah.
because on my low rider, even with pullback risers 5.5 inches high and 1.5 inches back, it still wasn't enough.
Still
I mean, I'm 6'2",
yeah.
and you know, well, I identify as a 6'2" person.
There you go.
I'm 5'7", but it was still a stretch. It wasn't comfortable for me.
Yeah.
So I think the mini apes would be better, like the ones that come on the Heritage. That'll put you in just about the exact position you'd be on this bike.
Okay.
And the weight doesn't mean anything. Yeah, that's 100 pounds bigger or heavier than this bike, but it's the technique that matters.
Sure.
Since she's able to nail the U-turns so quickly, I decided to move her on to the 24 by 36 intersection. That's 24 feet wide by 36 feet long. This is about her third time through, and she nails it on the third time. Way better than average. And yes, right now she's on a small bike, but as you'll see, she'll move up quick. Not bad. First time ever on an electric glide. Better than about 95% of the guys that come to my class.
I've never ridden with forward controls before.
What's that?
I've never ridden with forward controls before.
Forward? There's not forward.
These aren't forward?
No.
Or floorboards?
Those are
Okay.
That's my
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually fits you better because
Right,
your
forward
legs are
control,
much
I do
closer
like
and a little further down, so you don't have your knees up in the air.
Actually, the turning didn't feel any harder.
No,
know.
it's actually easier on this
Yeah.
bike
Yes. Yeah.
because there's a little more pressure to turn it, and so it's more feel to it.
Yeah.
Give the intersection a try.
Okay.
And by the way, if you drop this bike,
Who cares?
just let it go down. It's equipped with these motorcycle drop guards. You can't hurt it.
Okay.
So just step off the bike.
All right. So try just the one U-turn.
No,
Is
try
Just
run
do
the
the
whole
whole thing
intersection.
so
It's
you get a
actually
rhythm.
easier.
Okay.
Yeah, just not the figure eight, but
Okay. Right.
all right. And remember your techniques now: head and eyes, shoulder down. Don't be quasi-motor. I had a feeling I would get her on a heavyweight bike before this day was over. Didn't hit a single cone, first time ever in a 24-foot intersection. And I put a little extension on there.
On the kickstand.
I just put that on there this morning for you because
Thank
I
you.
had a feeling that you're going to be riding this bike, and I said she's a little, unlike me, 6'2". She needed a little stretch on it. What'd you think?
It was awesome, actually. It was really smooth. I mean, the clutch is a little different.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting used to like where the clutch is.
Yep.
But like riding it was awesome, super smooth. And I didn't think that the turning maneuvers were harder necessarily. I just needed more practice on where I
Clutch
am
and
on
throttle,
the clutch
yeah.
and the throttle. But yeah, I'm so surprised that it was as nimble as it was because it seems like riding this bike would be,
Cumbersome,
well,
but it's not. It's actually
right.
easy and smooth and comfortable.
So I drive.
I get people, men here, have been riding for 20, 30 years. They come here on a bike like this because this is what they have.
Right, yeah.
Who cannot, after 4 hours, do what you just did. They'd be knocking cones over, putting the foot down. So you've got talent that I think you might be able to get into one of our Ride Like a Pro shows
That would be
if you
awesome.
keep practicing.
Yeah, I would love that.
Looking ahead, looking ahead. wound up spending about an hour and 45 minutes or so one-on-one with Megan. This is the following day. This is Sunday. And you can see from the clouds in the sky there was a storm coming. And this was a class with mostly very experienced riders, people been riding for many years. We decided after the first 50 to 20 minutes of the class that we took her off the Sportster and put her on a white Road King. You're going to see her coming up here in a moment. And you'll see, does it matter how many years experience do you have? Or does technique show you what really matters? Remember, it's just three of them, head and eyes, friction zone, little pressure on the rear brake. This is Megan on the Road King. First time ever on that motorcycle. Going through the first exercise, the slow cone weave. Please subscribe and stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming up on Friday.